Hello, my YouTube friend, Pop Comics here. The weather's been so gorgeous in New York City the last couple days. I think it's only getting up to about 80, 81 at the high. So most of the days in the 70s, gorgeous. So yesterday I went to a garage sale. I got up early and I looked on Craigslist and I saw that there's one listing that said they had comic books about a mile from my house. And I decided to go to it and I found a cool stack of comic books. I think I bought maybe 20 comic books, something like that, a couple bucks a piece. I found one of my comic books from my last 101 comic books to look out for, which is cool because it's kind of theory in action. And so he said he had more comic books, he just didn't know where they were. He told me to come back today. He said he had one box of better comic books. So I'm going to, I'm going to head over there now and see what he has. I'm really hoping that there's some cool key issues and just some really awesome stuff. Or, I mean, even if there is, it's just gonna be fun to look through them. So maybe we can look through them together if he'll let me film. All right, on my way to the sale. All right, walking by Desert Island comic books. I grabbed some stuff from them yesterday. I'll show you my Desert Island haul later after the garage sale. All right, so the sale's over here. Let's see if he brought the comics out.
Wednesday was really tested. God. I'll find out. The set out of money colleges. What the phone best? They like the Luger or like you met. It's it. We have a Bible. You don't have to live our little slave. We will be our English.
Is it really heavy? Okay. How much is the magazine?
$25. You have to show them what.
Okay.
Like I said, when we ready to put the level with the stairs, I have a great thing just open.
Okay.
I saw the budget, man. I just have to do that.
Did you say you had a better box as well? Did you find that or not yet?
Well, you know, the problem is I have to go through it yet.
Okay.
It's probably half of that doesn't know the sound.
Stuff you just want to keep for yourself.
Yeah, it's like the Warlock #1 to the left side of #1 and
Okay.
stuff like that. But, you know, like, maybe like the hey, I have to go through it and see what I want to do.
Would you be willing to let me pull stuff out and then you just keep what you want out of that stack?
I have to part.
Okay.
That's another part.
Okay.
So you know on my base.
Yeah. No, you're a collector. I can tell.
So, I don't agree. I everybody there is. I mean, and all that. Because you had well, time. As your show now, I'm listening to Joe's King, right? And I even wonder that's a weird thing. I'm not sure about that. No way. You guys could have such like our this. I don't know, just realize it. There's I like after well, what's real so it's really cool. That's kind of like I really live after the alright. That's really I think that's right. It looks like the that's here about sleep this really that. It's like
That looks really cool. Okay, I ended up buying a good amount of stuff. I got a bag here with lots of Star Wars magazines and some cool comic books. I'm going to show you everything when I get back to my place. I spent like $95. He gave me a pretty good price. The Star Wars magazines, I wanted to do like $250. I think he ended up giving them to me for like $280-ish, which is not too bad. I gotta show you one lesson though. So the bag he gave me, the handle just broke, which I've had problems bringing stuff at home many times. But in my backpack, I have a mini hand cart, specifically for carrying comic books. I bring that with me when I know I'm gonna be hunting for comic books, because there's been too many times where I carry home like a long box and it's exhausting. I mean, this isn't good for like a ton of comic books, but for this little bag, I'll definitely carry it. So I got the bag on the cart, I'll be able to carry that home. So yeah, that helps a lot. It's good to be prepared with a little cart like that in your backpack. It doesn't weigh that much, it fits right in my backpack. I don't even notice it's in there if I don't have any other stuff with it. There's one more little sale that I'm going to check out. I don't know if they have anything cool or comics or anything, but I noticed it's about blocked from here. I went to where that second sale was supposed to be and they weren't there, so I guess that was a bust, but that's okay. I got some cool stuff. I forgot to mention that he didn't bring out the better comic books he said he had, because he still wanted to go through them. And I guess he just didn't have time. So maybe next week I'll go back and look through those. But I'm pretty happy with what I found at the sale. Okay, let's head back to my place so we can look at them. Saturday was such beautiful weather. So because of that, I checked Craigslist. I saw that there was someone selling comic books within about a mile from me. So I decided to take a walk over there. And I bought a stack of comic books. I asked him how much they are. He said, oh, they've been picked through, so probably like a couple bucks a piece. So I dug through them. I pulled out 26 26, he told me 50 bucks. I said, will you take 45? He said, sure. Paid about 15%, so $1.70 a comic book, I believe. All right, let's go through this stack. We have Marvel Zombies #2, awesome homage cover. You know, they were without bags and boards, so it's like a mid-grade, maybe up to a very fine. So it's not too bad. I bet this is probably about a $10 issue in this condition. So that was actually pretty awesome. Awesome cover. And then if you guys watched my 101 comic books to look out for video from Friday, I featured this issue. This is like a $30 issue. So this, you know, if I paid $45 for everything, if I sell this one for $30, it's in decent shape. Has a little bit of wear on the corner there, but I still think I could get $25, $30 out of it. If I were to sell it, I'm probably not going to sell it for now because I think this is a good issue to hold on to for a while until the Scar shows up in the MCU. But, you know, if I sold it, it would pay for most of what I paid. So that was actually a pretty good find. And then we have Elephant Man #7. I do love collecting these Elephant Man comic books. I just really love the covers. And the interior, especially the earlier issues, have really nice interiors. They get a little bit weaker in the newer issues, but I always think that's cool. I'll pick those up when I see them. I really got to figure out what I have, though, because I don't think they're worth too much, so I probably end up buying duplicates, which I probably shouldn't buy. Invincible #26, that one has a little bit of value, so that's a cool comic book. Love Invincible. The Incredible Hulk #95, an early Planet Hulk issue for $1.70. That's pretty awesome. Michael Allred Solo, love this comic book. Love Michael Allred artwork, and it's like a whole book full of his artwork. Such a cool comic book. I probably have it already, but I just grabbed it just because I love it so much. Invincible #58. I mean, I'll grab any Invincible issue for under $2. That's pretty awesome. Hip Flask and Elephant Man. It's like a trade paperback, I guess. Chronorus. Not sure exactly what it is. It's got a little bit of a dent right there, but for like $2. Oh yeah, this is some of the earlier artwork. I love this stuff. It's just really cool looking sci-fi stuff. Yeah, so that was cool for like $1.70. Elephant Man #43. So that's cool. Ashley Wood cover. I love Ashley Wood artwork. Zombie vs. Robots. So that was a must-have. And then, what issue is this? I think it's just a mini series from the Sandman. So the Sandman Endless Night special. I think it was a #1 and #2. Not 100% sure, but I figured I'd grab those. Just I really liked the show. It was really fun. Elephant Man #9. That's an awesome cover. Again, the interiors are pretty cool. Yeah, that's really neat. Oh, and there's like, I guess it's a flip cover. Okay, yeah, that was interesting. Elephant Man Abandoned by God #6. So I just grabbed those just because I like them. I don't think they're terribly valuable. I could probably find them for the same price online, but when I see them at a garage sale, I'm just going to grab them. She-Hulk #37. Zatanna #2. I love that issue. Black Adam #23. Both of these have a little bit of spine wear, but for $1.70, I'm still happy to get them. Doom Patrol 54. I've been working on this series. And #50. I think it's just 2 issues. I don't think there's a third. It feels kind of thick. No, I don't think there's a third issue in there, but that's cool. I do need to figure out which issues I still need because I just keep grabbing them. Doom Patrol 81 and Doom Patrol #82. So $1.70 each on that is pretty awesome. This is awesome. Legionnaires #7, not super valuable, but it's Adam Hughes artwork. I love the way he made his signature bubbles. It's just a really cute cover. The girls look really cute. Not super valuable, although this one has a little bit of a crease there, so you know it's probably only worth a couple bucks. But definitely, if you see Legionnaires, look out. He did like 5 to 10 covers. It's worth looking for his covers because they're great. Alpha Flight #19. Someone mentioned that this was like a key issue and that the high grade ones are starting to kind of pop in value. So I figured I'll just grab it and put it to the side. I think it's her first appearance. Not 100% sure, but I figured for $1.70 I'll pick it up. And then what was cool is he had a binder of Silver Age stuff that was really beat up. So I went through it and I tried to pick out anything that was at least like a 2530. I figured for $1.70, why not? So we have Our Fighting Forces #96. You know, it's not in the best grade, but it's not completely destroyed. I left about 10 comic books in the binder because they were just in such low grade. Gasp #2. That's a really cool cover. Again, probably like a 2.5. You know, it's got a couple chunks and creases. Mars Patrol Total War. I think this is #2 or 3.
Gotta double check that. Yeah, number 3. I love the covers on this series. This one's actually not too bad. This is probably like a 3.5. So for $1.70, I'm happy with that. And then Unknown Worlds number 44 for $1.70 or so is pretty awesome. Now, that's the only comic books he actually didn't even have them out. I asked him, I said, oh, do you have comic books? I saw in your ad he had comic books. He's like, oh, I didn't take them out yet. So he brought up that box, but he said he had more, but I had to come back in like an hour because he had things he still had to put out and whatnot. So I walked over to the Desert Island because the sale was right by there, and I grabbed some stuff from there. So let's go through the Desert Island stuff. Okay, so I spent $55 at Desert Island. I was there with my son, and he picked out Chainsaw Man number 1 to read. I heard it's like a really fun, crazy manga. So that was really fun. And then, was it Maximo Pokemon? His big collector room tour video he did a few years ago had this figure, and I always kind of wanted to know who the character was. So my son saw that, and he's like, oh, I found who the character is. So we bought this just to read it. It looked really cute. So I'm actually happy to get that. I got another issue of Omaha, number 14. He ended up throwing this one in for free, which was super awesome. And then I got Shirtless Beer Fighter, number 5, and he threw that in for free. So he gave me 2 for free, which is awesome. And then for $30, I got an issue of Garo. I just thought the cover looked really cool. I would like to collect more of these. Just interesting. Look at the artwork a little bit. This is just like an indie comic from the 70s. And it looks really interesting. I like the print quality of it. I like its blue ink on newsprint. And oh, that artwork's gorgeous. Yeah, I wasn't sure what issue to buy, but this one looked like it had the coolest art inside, and the cover was the nicest to me. Oh yeah, I really like this. This looks fantastic. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. I definitely need to find more issues. I put the price on the cover. I have to try to peel that off later so it doesn't damage it. Desert Island Comics is kind of the place you go to for like independent comic books or super indie comic books. My son likes picking out some manga when we go there. So that was super cool. Then I went back to the first guy. So it was 9 comic books. He said 15 for the comic books and then 15 for the 3 graphic novels, so $30. I asked him if he would take 25. He said, yeah, that's fine. Basically, I paid $2 each for the comic books and $7 for 3 graphic novels. So that's like $2.30 each, something like that. So I'm happy with that. So we got Doom Patrol 83, Doom Patrol 80. Those ones I definitely didn't have yet because I don't recognize the covers. Wolverine Origins 21. I just thought it was a fun Deadpool crossover issue. Iron and the Maiden number 1. I don't know if this comic has any value or anything, but I absolutely love this cover. I think this cover is gorgeous. She looks really cute. I love her purple skirt. I like that there's like a robot bartender there. I love just all the textures on everything. Such a great cover. So sometimes I just grab it just because I'm not going to remember the cover, and I would be like, oh, what was that comic book I really liked? So sometimes if there's a comic book I think is really wonderful and it's for $2, I'm just going to grab it. Now I got to look into the series to see if there's any other cool issues. Deadpool number 19. This Deadpool series is kind of hard to get for a good price, so I was happy to see an issue. I really want to work on the series more, but a lot of the issues are so expensive. Conan the Barbarian 241, Todd McFarlane cover. I had to get that. I wasn't sure if I had it or not. I might have it, but if I have it, I'm sure someone will want to buy it because it's Todd McFarlane. This was super cool. So we have Monstrous number 1, 3rd printing. I thought that was neat. You know, it's got a little bit of hints of where... it's actually not in too bad shape. It just has some like ink transfer or something going on right there. And a little bit of a spine tick. But for like $2, I'm thrilled with that. Red Sonja number 1. I thought that was a beautiful cover. I don't think it's a Jen Bartel. I know she's done some covers. Who did the cover? Main cover, Margaret Savage. I guess that's who did it. Really beautiful cover though. And then Savage She-Hulk number 2. J. Scott Campbell cover. And then the 3 graphic novels we got a hardbound copy of Skydoll. Now it was library bound, so it's, you know, it's got a plastic cover on it and like library stickers. But for, what did I pay, like $3? I was happy to get that. Just a really cool reader copy. I love reading comics when they're in the hardcover format like that, so I thought that was super cool. We have a Michael Eisner Dawn graphic novel. Thought that was pretty neat. And then Black Science number 1. I wasn't sure if I had a copy number 1, and I prefer reading my comic books in the trade paperbacks, even better in the hardcovers, but I don't really like reading them in the floppies because I like collecting those and trying to keep them as nice as possible. So I like getting the graphic novels when I can to read them, just because to me it's a lot more enjoyable having, you know, the 4 or 5 issues all together in one go, and it's just easier to read and all that. And I'm not worried, like if I crease it up and damage it a little bit, I'm not worried about it as much because this is for reading, whereas to me the singles are for collecting. So yeah, that was super cool. Okay, so he told me to come back on Sunday. He didn't have the energy or time to pull it out Saturday. So I went back on Sunday to see what else he had. So the first box he pulled out was filled of sci-fi magazines. I didn't know how much he wanted because he said the prices were all over the place. So I pulled out Famous Monsters 147, really awesome illustrated Star Wars Tusken Raider cover. Loved that. Merlin number 22. I like collecting the Marvel Previews Presents. I might have that issue, but I grabbed it just in case. Starlog number 50, I figure is a Boba Fett cover, so that's probably got some value to it. And then Famous Monsters number 166 with Boba Fett as well. Figure both of those are pretty popular. And then a fun Supergirl movie cover. I thought that was neat. I love collecting Supergirl stuff. And then Famous Monsters number 174 has a bit of a dog error I gotta fix. But I know the Famous Monsters, like the Star Wars, if they're in high grade, they're like 20 to 40 bucks. In this kind of lowish grade, they're probably easily maybe $7 to $10 in value. So I kind of grabbed these. I might stick them in my shop. I might keep them. I'm not 100% sure yet because I'm not really collecting these at the moment. But these ended up... well, let's go through the comic books, then I'll figure out the total I paid. And then he had a big giant of comic books that was too heavy for him to carry out of his basement. So I kind of, you know, I went into his creepy basement and dug through a bin. I've actually been to his sale before. I guess he has them every summer. So like 4 or 5 years ago, I went with my son into his basement as well. So, you know, it's kind of weird, but I felt comfortable this time. The first time it felt a little weird, but so basically I was grabbing anything I thought was kind of cool or had value. So we have Scooby-Doo number 76. I'll grab any Scooby-Doo comic book when I see them for cheap. Friday the 13th, How I Spent My Summer Vacation 1 of 2. I always grab horror stuff because I know it's kind of rarer or more valuable. I'll end up keeping this one because I do like collecting the horror stuff, but if I don't have it, you know, it's an easy $5, $7 comic book most likely. Nova number 10. This had a beautiful Audie Granoff cover, so I had to grab that. Moon Knight 12. He had like these little, I don't know why these post-it note things are in here. They should be able to get them out though. Without damaging the comic book. It's a little bit of annoying there. Was he just marking certain artwork? I mean, that's a beautiful page. I gotta try to get this off without damaging it too much. Okay, my camera died, so I had to change the battery. So we have Moon Knight number 12, awesome cover. I figure that's gotta be worth more than $1.70. Beautiful Audie Granoff cover, Nova number 6, so I had to grab that. Oh, again with these little post-it note things. Okay, got that. Hulk Power Pack number 4. I've actually never seen this before, and I thought the cover was really fun, so I decided to grab that. Gears of War number 14. Gears of War comics usually have some value, so I figured that was worth something. Black Panther number 8, really fun cover. Ratchet and Clank number 5. I figured it's a video game comic, it's probably worth something. Howard the Duck number 3. Love Howard the Duck. Oh, let me get these little post-it notes out of here. Okay, so that's cool. I mean, this issue's probably not worth too much, but again, like if I want to buy online, I'd probably have to pay more than $2. Marvel Zombies vs. Army of Darkness number 2, awesome homage cover. Thought that was neat. The New Avengers and Transformers number 2. I love these mashup issues. Marvel Adventures Fantastic Four 25. I love buying the Kitty comic books because I know those are going to be kind of hard long term. Moon Knight number 29, awesome Bill Sienkiewicz cover. Not in the best shape, but I know this one in like near mint to mint is kind of expensive. So I figure even mid-grade, it's probably a $10 comic book. This one I was really excited to see. We have Justice League of America number 34, awesome Adam Hughes cover. Love that. Illuminati Secret History number 1. I don't know if this one had value, but I grabbed it. I just don't know off the top of my head, but I figured maybe the Doctor Strange movie pushed it up a little bit. Legion of Superheroes number 12. I always grab the cartoony DC stuff because I know that stuff is kind of rare. Another one of these kids cartoony ones, Hulk number 4. I'll always grab those. Scooby-Doo number 123. Justice League Unlimited 37. Again, Scooby-Doo and DC cartoons I always grab. And then another World War Hulk number 5 in decent shape. So again, first appearance of Scar. This is a $30 issue. So this pays for like everything in this pile. And that one's in decent shape. I think that one's better shape than the first one. And then we have Elephant Man, I guess damaged goods graphic novel. That's a gorgeous cover. Oh, and inside it's all like watercolored, and this looks beautiful. So yeah, I had to get that. And then this is the 10 Seconders. Not sure what it was, but the artwork looked pretty cool inside. That was like just really nicely rendered. I just love picking up a graphic novel and then just seeing that the artwork's really nice inside. It's a 2080. Yeah, this is cool. So I grabbed that. So what price did he quote me on this? I think it was $62. Yeah, I think he quoted me $7, which is basically $2 an issue plus like $3 a magazine-ish. And I offered him $65. He took $65, so I paid $65 for everything. I think that's actually a pretty good price. Then I asked him if he would take $250 for the rest of the Star Wars magazines. I just didn't want to pay much for that, more than that, because these I was actually buying to sell, not really for myself. And he said it depends on what it is and how many there are. So I said, let me dig through them. So I pulled out 19. So he basically said he wanted about $30 each. So that was like 57. He said, how about 60 bucks? I said, how about 55? He said, okay, 55. So I paid like $2.80 a piece, which is fine because most of these I'm going to probably put in my shop for like $7. A couple of them I think are going to be in like $10 to $15 range. So this is cool. And that's like, I'm going to sell these and that will pretty much pay for everything else I keep. So that's pretty awesome. We have the Best of Starlog #1. We have the Best of Starlog #2. And I'm going to double check these because I mean, some of these might have a much higher value than $7. The Man from U.N.C.L.E., I guess it's just like a storybook. I figured that's got to be worth a little bit of something. Starlog #48. Empire Strikes Back Special Collector's Edition. I don't know if this is... Yeah, I don't know if that has more value than $7, but that one I'm going to double check. I have a feeling that one might be worth more. Fantastic #28. Like if these were actual comic books and stuff, I'd probably keep them. But since they're just, you know, fantasy magazines, I probably don't need to. Star Wars, July 1979. Yeah, just again like a fantasy magazine. That one might be worth a little bit, although the spine is all damaged. So yeah, it's like $7. Someone will pay $7 for that. Starlog 51. Starlog #35. These are cool though. I really like these. But the thing is, every time I put them in my shop, they sell really well. Starlog #65. The Very Best of Fantastic Films 22. Media Spotlight. That's a really cool cover. But yeah, just again, just like a fantasy magazine. Star Battles, Empire Strikes Back. Gremlins magazine. What was that? That's just a, you know, magazine. Not a, if it was a comic, I'd probably keep it. Masters of the Universe poster magazine. That's kind of neat. Science Fiction Yearbook, Volume 1. The Best of the Starlog. So basically the monster magazines I'll keep just because it has a lot more illustrations and less photos, and that's kind of what I like more. So this is the stuff I'll probably end up selling because this I don't like as much. It's still awesome, but it's just not the thing I'm mostly interested in. Space Wars. Yeah, that's really neat though. I like that. The monsters I'll probably keep though. I do like the monsters ones. And this, it's cool inside, yeah. So yeah, there's a couple things I'll keep, but the rest are probably going to go in my shop. So weekend of going to the same garage sale a couple times. It was a lot of fun. I kind of missed getting out of the house. It's just the weather's nice finally after a really hot summer. Hopefully I can do a few more of these kind of like hunt videos with you guys because it's a ton of fun. That was a ton of fun. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!